Hey all, JaffaArchfiend here. First up, I know this is your thoughts video, but I'll do a wee bit first. People have been asking about what's my schedule like, how often I'll update these videos. There's 2 points for that. First point is when I can actually get the room, because this is the living room, so obviously there's going to be a lot of traffic going on through here. I don't live here by myself, as you saw in the last episode. Sorry about that again. But yeah, that's the first factor, trying to get this living room to myself, because I would do this in my bedroom, but my room is less than ideal for any kind of actual film work. Because my tripod, I would need to rearrange my entire room just to get my tripod with the camera to stick in, and then it's a case of like trying to get the lighting right, and the angles, it's a mess, really. Second point is whenever my laptop can actually properly connect to the internet, because there's some kind of issue going on. I'm still trying to fix that, so it's a case of like my laptop's buggering up with the internet sometimes. For the most part it seems to go alright, and then there's a case of like, holy shit, why won't you connect? Case in point being episode 16, at least on my end, doesn't seem to have a thumbnail. Don't know why, but during the processing part on YouTube, my internet connection, well, disconnected, and apparently there was no Wi-Fi connection whatsoever with the laptop until I jiggered about a bit. But yeah, so I'm on to the actual thoughts portion of this video now. The last 10 episodes, episode 11 to 20, very interesting. We're now actually getting answers to some questions, but also at the same time we're raising some questions. We're introduced to the ideas of how gem fusions actually work. They seem to be a case of like, they're not an actual time limit to them, like how Dragon Ball Z fusions had a 30-minute time limit on them. But no, they seem to be a case of like, they can either be discombined when the two personalities have a very large argument, like in the case with Pearl and Amethyst defused from Opal when he realized, oh crap, we didn't get the Heaven Beetle. Your fault, no, not your. They need to be in a harmonious sync the entire way through it, apparently. Which is interesting with the Garnet Amethyst fusion of Sugalite. It's a case of like, that went horribly wrong at the end. It's a case of like, oh balls, how do we... They do seem to be a mishmash of personalities, yet also their own personality as well, which is very interesting. Kind of makes me want to see what a Garnet Pearl fusion will be like, really. I wonder if we'll ever see that in the show, or what all three of them put together will be like. So, that's going to be interesting. We're getting some more character development with Steven, which is nice. We're getting some more background with Rose. Even though she's not entirely there, which makes me wonder, in episode 2 Steven's dad Greg mentioned that Rose Quartz gave up her physical form in order to, well, give birth to Steven, and as we saw in the Steven the Swordmaster episode, when a gem dies they just retreat into their gem until they can rebuild their physical form, which kind of makes me wonder, is Rose just sleeping in Steven's gem, or is she properly out of it? Is she properly dead, or is she just kind of like stuck inside his gem and subtly helping him along? Case in point being the lion. I'm sure the lion's got something to do with her. I mean, it's bright pink as she was, and it took Steven and Connie to Rose's training room, storage room, whatever the place is, and well, we saw how that went. So, I'm assuming the line's got something to do with Rose. Maybe it's some kind of lingering effect of hers. I don't know. But, yeah. More questions have been answered, but at the same time, more questions have been raised. We're getting more background on the gems, we're getting more background on the characters, which is nice. All in all, it's an interesting show so far. It's still got my interest. I want to see it through straight to the end. And, yeah. Yeah, it's a good show. JaffaArchfiend, out.